Welcome to Direction.com. Today we're going to take a look at comparing the latest Adonit Jot Dash stylus to the slightly older Adonit Jot Pro. And for the sake of argument, we have my box wave EverTouch stylus here with the fiber mesh tip. That's been my favorite for a long time. So, how do they compare? Well, the Dash actually has a lot more in common with the box wave. In that sense, it's a slender cylinder with really not much texturing at all. Obviously, the tip goes to a fine point as opposed to this big nubby thing. But it does have a lot of similarities, being a silver cylinder with a standard pen-like design of a typical pen. So I'll put this away for now. So what we want to do is we want to compare these guys. So if you saw my video for the Jot Pro beforehand, this is basically standard cylinder, but what makes them special is that there's this little disc that the tip rides on when you work on a tablet surface. And both these are tablet agnostic. They actually work on pretty much any tablet or phone that has a capacitive touchscreen. So you take a look at the differences. Obviously, once again, this is a smooth cylinder, and this actually has a texture. So it's a different material. I think, well, it actually is probably the same material, but the smooth texture makes it feel a lot nicer. So it's a little more grippy in that sense. And obviously the tip, the back end, comes off, screws up in front to protect the disc. This one doesn't really have anything to protect it, but not sure if it really needs it or not. And it's one less thing to lose. The Pro has the clip built into the cylinder. It's a bit more integrated. I actually do like this Pro a lot. It actually works really, really well. I was very surprised at how well the tip and this disc work together. So let's compare them on actual devices and see how they both perform. Okay, first up I have my iPad Air 2. And so I'll go with my standby sketchbook program here. And I'll use two different colors for the two different styluses. So first off, we will do my horizontal, vertical, and diagonal test with the Jot Pro. So I'll use red for that, and I'm going to use a pencil, and we'll just take it as is, and we'll start drawing. So once again, here we go. We're going to go here. Horizontal lines work just fine. Vertical lines. Okay, so you can see from there, that's how that works. Diagonal lines. In some ways, the disc actually provides a bit more of more support when you're actually drawing, when you actually have to hover on the device. So you see diagonal lines, not too bad. So I'll do a long one just to sake of argument here. Here, there. So okay. Now let's try the dash. Make sure it's on. So green light, it's on. I just saw it flash there a minute. We'll change the color to, let's go with blue color. So we can see some contrast in there. So same exercise. We'll do the horizontal lines, which are pretty smooth. But it's funny though, the tip seems to be more rubby to me. I don't know, it just seems like it rubs a bit more. But it's just, so the very nice lines coming across the vertical lines there, so you can see that. Alright, so comparison works just fine. Now, so I'll do diagonals. Now, if you've seen my previous video for when I was talking about the review for this thing, I had some difficulty with diagonal lines. So you can see that there's still the case here. I got a stair-step pattern when I use this on here. So here, you can take a look closely. So that's still present. So that was with the Pro versus the Dash. It's kind of a problem for me. So alright, let's go into some note taking then. So we will go to let's see, Note Taker HD. This is my previous experiment, so we'll just get rid of that. And, oh, why did it crash? For goodness sakes. Done for this, and we will just delete this because I don't want that. Yes, delete it, and we'll make a new page, new blank document. Okay, first up, we will use the Pro. I'll tilt it because I kind of handwrite this way. Alright, so I'm going to make sure we have a decent line so we can see. It's a little bit thicker. Oof. Alright, so that's some handwriting there. Alright. So let's go and do it with this one here, the lower part here. Ugh, I'm sorry, not very good. My handwriting's terrible. I apologize. So that's the bottom part here. So it does still struggle a bit with diagonals. You can see kind of how, you know, there's an H, for example. This was a bit smoother. This is kind of squiggled. This one suffered greatly from that weird jiggle. And you can see the A is not very uniform as opposed to kind of smooth that one is. So it's kind of funny. I don't know quite what to say about the dash on my iPad Air 2. So alright, let's move on to non-Apple devices and see how this works and compares. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at it on my Samsung Galaxy Note Pro. And we'll go back into Sketchbook over here. This is for my previous test. I'll make a new document here to discard this one. Alright, so we will first use the Pro and see what that is. I'm going to choose colors. I'll use red again this time for, once again, for the Pro. Use the pencil tool, and we'll start drawing some lines. Alright, so far so good. Okay, diagonal lines. There's ever so little of a jiggle in diagonal lines. So it's not completely straight, but just a little bit of wiggle in there. Okay, so let's take a look. So we see here, so lines aren't too bad. Most of the weirdness is my shaking. Alright, same thing here. So we'll go now with the dash. We'll use a blue again. Okay, so do that. Alright, so we're going to go do, set this up here and do horizontal lines. Alright. Oop, I didn't draw that there. Okay, they're crooked because of me. Now I'll do diagonals. Not too bad here. Okay, so take a look here. So the vertical horizontals are okay. And surprisingly, the diagonals don't exhibit the stair stepping that I had seen on my iPad Air 2. So I don't know what to say about that. So between the two here, these actually work well on at least an Android tablet. At least my Samsung Galaxy seems to work okay. So we'll move on to another one, my trusty old Windows RT tablet, and let's see how that works. Okay, this is my old trusty Windows RT tablet. And it still serves as a good test bed because it's an old non-Styli enabled tablet. So first test we will go into is OneNote. Alright. So we're going to do it here, test. And we will go and use the Pro first. And I'll go in draw mode. And I'm going to choose a blue color and make sure it's medium, so it's a little thicker. So I'm going to tilt this a little bit here and start take some notes here. Never do my L's here. Ugh. I can't spell apparently. Alright, so that's that. And we're going to move over to this guy, the dash, and we'll use red this time. And I'll make sure it's a medium as well. Okay, there we go. So do this here. Well, it's interesting where I don't know why this one doesn't seem to register very well. At least certain parts of the screen seem to. So, oops, no, that's great. Well, alright, let's go back to that. So, alright, take a look and see how that is. The dash, for whatever reason, just doesn't seem to register very well on the RT. Now, granted, you probably won't be using this on an RT, but, you know, if you're thinking about it, I don't think the dash is as good as the Pro. So let's go and use good old Fresh Paint. Let's see, where is it? Here it is. Fresh Paint. Alright, we're new painting. New painting, come on. It's thinking about it. There we go. Okay. Now I'll use the Pro. Alright, now I'm going to choose red color again. I'll use the paintbrush here, or let's see, actually I'll use the pencil tool. Pencil, there it is. Alright, red pencil. Okay. Go and start drawing. Alright, let's do our horizontal lines. Oh, come on. Okay, diagonal lines. Okay, so that's how it looks like. Alright, not too bad. And now we're going to go and use the dash. And let's see, let's go back here. I undid. Where's the tools? We will go with the blue color now. I'll do the dark blue. There we go. Okay, let's go back here. Same thing. So that's weird. There's some odd dead spots. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's my tablet or not. It's weird. Actually, I'm just going to verify something here. No, that's there. Oh, that's odd. Okay. I can explain why that was happening. But okay, there it is. Oh, there's no dead spot. That's weird. It seems like let's go. Alright, so we'll do diagonal lines now. So stair stepping is pretty bad on here. So I'll do it on this side here. Well, no, now it's calm on this side. But then it's bad on this side. Alright, so here we go. So here you see the stair stepping that's on the RT. Vertical horizontal lines seem to be okay, but for whatever reason, my RT seems to sometimes skip out and the pointer just kind of let's go and vanishes. I don't know why it's doing that. But you see the big problem with the stair steps versus the Pro, which does not have that. So what to say? Well, if I were to choose at this point from what I've experimented with so far, I would say the Pro is a better deal and actually works a lot better than the Dash. The Dash is a bit more expensive, and it's a nice idea. It just doesn't seem to hold up as well. at least when it comes to various different tablets. I don't know why the stair-step pattern is there for the iPad Air 2, but it's present, and actually makes this far less useful than this guy. So there you have it, a comparison between the Adonit Jot Pro versus the Jot Dash. If you have any questions about this or things that you want to see that I have not shown, please feel free to send me a comment and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.